Canada's largest employer isn't Loblaws or RBC. It's the federal government. More than 350,000 people work for the federal departments and agencies. But not every department is created equal. Some are thriving workplaces. Others, let's just say you wouldn't want to work there. The Ottawa Citizen analyzed and ranked 84 federal departments and agencies based on employee surveys and other data. In this episode, let's spell out which came out on top, which ones landed at the bottom, and why this matters to you and me. Every 2 years, public servants fill out a massive survey that asks over 90 questions covering everything from job satisfaction to whether your workplace supports diversity and inclusion. For our analysis, we used the results and other data to look at 10 important factors: language requirements, health and safety, turnover, management, accessibility, work-life balance, overall satisfaction, stability, diversity and inclusion, and remote work. We then scored each factor out of 10 and added them up to give each department and agency a total score of 100 to build a ranking from best to worst. So who came out on top? At number 1, the Office of the Commissioner of Lobbying of Canada. Employees in this department gave high ratings for health and safety, management, leadership, accessibility, and more. Also in the top 5, the Military Police Complaints Commission, the International Joint Commission, the Office of the Commissioner for Federal Judicial Affairs, and the Veterans Review and Appeal Board. These aren't the largest and most high-profile departments, but according to employees, they're some of the best places to work. Now what about the other end of the list? Fifth from the bottom in the 80th position was Global Affairs Canada. Employee satisfaction there scored just a 1.55 out of 10. That's a pretty troubling indicator for an organization that represents Canadians abroad. The rest of the bottom 5 include the Public Health Agency of Canada, the National Film Board of Canada, Correctional Service Canada, and coming in very last in our analysis was the Canada Border Services Agency, which scored just a mere 2.5 points out of 10 on health and safety. So what are some of the main takeaways of our analysis? The workplaces that sat at the bottom of our ranking scored poorly on overall satisfaction, health and safety, as well as retention. Work-life balance in particular seemed to be a deal breaker, with employees at top-ranked workplaces saying balance was a strength, while bottom-ranked workplaces struggled. So why does this matter for you and me? Because the public service isn't any employer. It's the workplace that delivers our programs and services that we rely on as Canadians. If employees are struggling, disgruntled, unsatisfied, it could impact everything from tax returns, to safety inspections on our train, to E. coli on our lettuce. And it's facing change. Prime Minister Mark Carney is launching a 3-year spending review that's going to cut 15% from the public service, starting with a 7.5% cut next year. That could mean layoffs, restructuring, and leadership shakeups, of which these could affect these rankings in the future. But for now, this ranking is a snapshot where public servants are thriving and where they're struggling. With significant cuts and leadership changes on the horizon, our next analysis could look very different. And for more than 350,000 people who make up Canada's largest employer, it could shape not just their workplaces, but the services we depend on.